Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am Vicki and you're with Grammy in the kitchen. This video is going to be just a little bit different. We're not actually going to be in the kitchen. We're actually going to be outside because we bought some organic gold potatoes from the grocery store, and I've been waiting for them to sprout, and they're starting to sprout. Because we're going to plant these. We're actually going to put these in 5-gallon buckets and we're going to plant them. This is a 3-pound bag, and I'm just curious to see from 3 pounds of store-bought potatoes how many potatoes we can grow. I have never grown anything in my life. I've grown some herbs, but as for produce, I have never grown anything. So this is an experiment you and I are going to do together. We have 8 food grade 5-gallon buckets that we got from Tractor Supply. They had them for $5.50-ish each, or 2 for $10. So we went ahead and got 8 of those. I had this bit collection in the closet. It's to saw holes, and we're actually using the 1-inch hole to make the holes at the bottom of the potato buckets. Out of all the research I have done online and videos I have watched, potatoes like it wet, but they don't want to be watered down. They don't want to be bogged in water. So you need good drainage in your containers. So that's why I went ahead and drilled 3 1-inch holes in the bottom. I went ahead and picked up some gardening gloves. These are Miracle-Gro gardening care. I'm sorry, the buckets were $5.79 or 2 for $10. The gloves were $7.99. Then I picked up a few seeds because I do want to do a lot of herbs, but I'm also going to grow a few vegetables. So other than the potatoes that we're going to put in some of those buckets, I went ahead and picked up some jalapenos, some carrots. I actually bought 2 packs of carrots and 2 basils, in addition to the cilantro that Tammy gave me at our last Azure haul that we did. And then once we go outside, I'll show you the container gardening soil I bought. But the soil we got from Lowe's, and it was $11.98 a bag. We got 3 bags, and they are big bags. So with tax, we spent $38.10 at Lowe's. Everything else, besides the potatoes, we got from Tractor Supply, and we ended up spending $92.79. But we're going to go outside and we're going to go ahead and get our potting mix ready with the fertilizer, and we're going to go ahead and start planting our potatoes. Everything else, like the herbs and the jalapenos, we're going to wait till after the last frost. And in my zone, that will be after April 15th. So by the end of April or the beginning of May, we're going to go ahead and start growing the jalapenos and the herbs outside. We're going to go ahead and start putting 3 holes in the bottom of these buckets. I've already did the first 7. Now we're going to do this last one. There we go. We have 3 holes in the bottom of our bucket. So this is a Stay Green potting mix plus fertilizer for container gardening. It says feeds up to 9 months. So it's, I guess, 64 quarts. So I'm going to dump this into this wheelbarrow and add a little bit additional fertilizer, and we're going to go ahead and get this in pots. And the fertilizer I got was organic and natural handcrafted blend for tomatoes, vegetables, herb fertilizer. For carrots, onions, and potatoes and beets, before you plant, add 1.5 cups to 10 square feet. This is 2.5 square feet. So I probably need just about a half a cup. And I'm just eyeballing it. So we got the containers with the holes in it. We got about half filled with dirt. I got our potatoes. We're going to put the sprouting on the top. We're just going to put 2 in there just like that. And that's 1. Continue until we run out of potatoes. The potatoes with the sprouts. going to go ahead and top them up. So I went ahead and filled all 8 buckets with the potatoes. And I have 2 potatoes left. I need to get 1 more bucket. And I'm just going to top them up with some leaves to act as a mulch on the top. And that is all we're going to do. So, very curious to know how many potatoes we will get out of these 8 containers. From 3 pounds of potatoes minus 2, because I do have 2 left, how many potatoes we're going to get out of this. This is an experiment you and I are doing together. I have never grown potatoes before, but Tammy, you said that it was easy, so I'm taking your word on it. So another good thing about getting from Azure is all of their food comes on pallets, and the truckers don't want to take that with them. So I was able to get a pallet for free on the last Azure haul, and that's what I'm using to put my buckets on, to keep them off of the ground so they can have drainage. Because if they're sitting on the ground, then as the water's going through it, it doesn't have anywhere to go. So elevating it will help it drain. So if anything, join Azure. Link below, it's going to be my personal link. Yes, I do get $25 if you spend $100 or more within 100 days of signing up with Azure on your first order. But I am nobody special. Everybody gets that privilege. So once you become a member of Azure, then if you refer someone else to them, you also get $25 credit. So join Azure, start buying your produce, your grains, everything. They have meats, they got it all. They got it all. So go ahead and start buying your organic, non-GMO food from them so you can make healthy meals with real ingredients. And in addition to that, I was able to get a pallet for free. And on the next Azure order, I will see if I can get another pallet, because I've got more things that I want to put in buckets. And one good thing is these buckets cost me $5 a piece, but that is something I get to reuse every year. It's not a waste. And my dirt is not going to be a waste, because next year all I have to do is empty it, add some more fertilizer, put it right back in the bucket, and start growing again. I'll bring you along and show you the progress, and then when we're ready to harvest them, we will harvest them together. Looking forward to it. So that's it for this video. If you find any value in it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you part of the Grammy family. So the next time we come outside, we'll be planting our herbs and our jalapenos. But I need to get bigger containers for the carrots. My husband is going to go ahead and see if he can get some of those, those blue plastic barrels. He can find them on Marketplace for reasonable price. And I told him I would like to have 2 of those, and we could cut them in half and open them up, fill them up with dirt, and we could plant our carrots in that. So that's what I'm hoping to do with the carrots. So until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye, friends.